because the trade deadline is the week of Super Bowl. The NBA comes in and steals the headlines, and boy, did it. 12 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday night, the tweet went out that most people didn't believe. Luka Doncic has been traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis. There are other pieces, but frankly, it doesn't matter because that shook everything to its core. First question, Shaquille. Where were you? How did you find out? And did you believe it?
I was at a hookah bar and I got the tweet. And then I had to look because, it's crazy. I don't have no perception of time and date. So I dumbly asked myself, is this April Fool's? And I had to go to the calendar and be like, it's February. So, and then, once you see one source, you got to keep going, right? So I looked at it and it says Shams, ESPN. So it's like, damn, ESPN is credible. And I went to all the sites and I went to all the sites. Then I made the call to one of my boys in Dallas, Ro Parrish. I said, Ro, is this true? He said, yeah, it's true. Dallas is going crazy. So now, questions start to come up. One.
Tons.
Let me go back. I can remember the saddest day for me as a trade when the great Patrick Ewing was traded. I was in the league, but still, I'm like, damn, Patrick Ewing was traded? Nobody's safe, right? And then Dominique Wilkins got traded. Nobody's safe. So I was like, I knew that the business of basketball, from the owner's standpoint, nobody cares. And that's why, people was like, okay, why are you sticking up for Jimmy? Because they get to trade you in the middle of the night without telling you. But when you say, I want to be traded in the middle of the night, now it's he's a distraction to the team. He does this, he does that. He walked out of shoot around. We're going to fight him. That's why I say nobody cares in the business of basketball. Now you start to say to yourself, 25-year-old superstar, they get rid of him in the middle of the night without telling his representation, without telling him something else is going on. And what I love about the internet is you hear all the conspiracy theories. So let me address one conspiracy theory that I was a part of. He's out of shape. He does this, he does that. Okay, now let's look at the facts. Last 5 years, has he been all NBA? Mm-hmm. What? Okay, which team?
First.
Okay, cool. Last 5 years, he's averaged what?
Either like top 3 points per game in the NBA.
Okay, yeah, 28. Last 5 years, has he taken them to the finals?
He went to the finals and 2 conference finals.
Okay, so my question is, and the answer is, what does it matter? In shape, you do all that. Out of shape, you do all that. What difference does it make, right? I used to come in out of shape on purpose because, one, who the f*** am I getting ready for? I'm only getting ready for me and maybe one guy, which is a Tim Duncan, but I don't really play him. So, here and here, I talk about it all the time. I'm averaging 28. Period. I'm going to be the top center at my position. So all this stuff, he was out of shape, that's just to throw dirt on his name and his legacy. But you're not really making sense because, to me, out of shape is I can't play, I can't breathe, I can't perform. This man's been first team All-NBA. I was first team All-NBA. This man's a future Hall of Famer. I'm a Hall of Famer. I got 3 statues. So what difference does it make when you say he's out of shape? And I always tell people, I was never out of basketball shape. I'm out of wrestling shape. I'm coming in, I got to go through 4 people and hack a shack and this and that. I didn't train for that, which is when I started training for UFC and stopped training basketball in the summer. That's when I started winning championships. Shout out to John Burke, 6 level. So the crazy thing about this is I'm hearing all the conspiracy, what goes around, but the business of basketball is very treacherous, and this is historical, not because of the 2 players, because you trade a 25-year-old superstar and you don't really give the reasons why he was traded. I think Dallas has probably won the trade because AD goes into a natural position with better players around him. Of course, you got 2 top-name players, LeBron, and you got Luka. I don't see who else they got. I don't see them going far. But the Lakers have always been smart. The Lakers have always had to have a big-name player. So are they preparing for the demise of LeBron and the birth of Luka? That's another question you have to ask. You hear all these people, they can't play together. They can play together because, they both do need the ball a lot, but when they do get the ball, they're going to make great decisions. So that's why I think they can play together. But they have no size. Both those guys aren't really great defensive players. So I think Dallas definitely won the trade. But to trade a 25-year-older in the middle of the night without true explanation, I find that to be weird.
So, few things. Number one, Luka was we're recording this on Tuesday. Luka was officially announced with the Lakers today, held up the jersey. He also thought it was an April Fool's joke when he saw the news. That's how secret this was.
And you sit back and hear I even hear one guy says that the Dallas ownership got rid of him because they want to tank so they can get a new casino. That's why I love and hate the internet at the same time. But kudos to Luka for being professional. He's better than I am because I would have went clean the off. 25, averaging 28, all NBA. You trade me the middle of the night. So I hope when he goes back to Dallas, he kills him every time. That right there is going to be must-see TV.
And I just want to clarify one thing, and then I kind of want to get into this because I've been thinking about this for a while. When you say Dallas wins the trade, you mean for this year? Like if they're going for it this year, Dallas wins the trade? Because long term, you would still say Dallas wins the trade?
Yes, because they got better players around. You got Kyrie, right? You got AD. That's your 1-2 punch right there. Now, I like PJ. I like the young fella. I like the shooters that they got around them. When you talk about the Lakers,
Dallas is a better team right now, but the team that can have Luka for the next decade, to me, feels like the winner.
Yeah, but Luka still need pieces around him.
But that's going to come. I mean, like
maybe
Shaq,
not.
Let me propose this to you.
Yes.
Number one, when you have NBA players like Josh Hart saying it was highway robbery, when you have conspiracy theories coming out as to why Dallas would make this trade. Whenever you need to make conspiracy theories, typically it makes sense that the other team won. Also, when I hear that the reason Dallas made the trade partially is because their GM has an amazing relationship with Anthony Davis and he loves him, and that LA, he was friends with the GM, I never want to be on the side of the guy that's super biased. The guy that's like, oh, I want to trade for the guys that I love. I want to be on the side of, I want to trade for the best player. 25-year-old Luka compared to 32-year-old Anthony Davis, who we did the game on Tuesday and he got hurt again. Like, I want to be on the side of the young guy who's on pace to break Michael Jordan and LeBron James's record. That's the side I want to be in business with. And also just from like a business perspective, and I think you know this better than anybody, I want to be on the side of long-term gains. Like, I know you're in this mindset too. I read a lot of Art of War, Sun Tzu, because I'm fascinated with how to attack situations. And there were two things that I thought were really important. One is know your enemy and know yourself. And when I heard that Rob Pelinka is like really good friends with Nico Harrison, and he kind of used that friendship in this. Rob knew Nico and Nico didn't know Rob because apparently Nico asked for more and Rob was like, listen, you've told me how much of an issue Luka is. I'm taking on risk here by taking Luka. That's why I can't give you more first round picks. And so I think the general manager of the Mavericks had a higher view of Anthony Davis than anybody else, and that's dangerous business dealing. Because, Shaq, if he would have said, hey, NBA, Luka Doncic is available, he could have gotten 10 first round. Like he only went to one guy, and that's bad business. You more than anybody knows, man, let me open this up to everybody and see where the best deal is.
According to research, employers face a big pressure to hire quickly, and it's time-consuming to search for great candidates and sort through applications. Well, if you're an employer who can relate, I have one question for you. Have you tried ZipRecruiter? ZipRecruiter has figured out how to solve this very problem. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/BIG. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology works fast to find top talent, so you don't waste time or money. We work smart over here. You can invite candidates for your job to apply to encourage them to apply sooner. So relax, employers, and let ZipRecruiter speed up your hiring. See for yourself. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/BIG right now and try it for free. That's the same price as a genuine smile from a stranger, a picture-perfect sunset, or a cute dog running up to you licking your hand. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/BIG. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.